Great. Good night, everybody, and welcome to the conversation. I'm one of your hosts, Alistair Sampson, and we have Christopher Crosty with us. That's right. Yeah. And we have a special guest with us tonight. Entrepreneur, CEO herself, the madame of the business of productivity. So we have here Dominique Williams. Welcome to the conversation.
Yeah.
It's good to see you here. Good for connecting and everything.
Yeah.
All right, great, man. Well, I'd like to throw it into Chris's corner right now because what we have the check-in. So Chris, go strong.
All right, good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us again once more for another evening of the conversation. And as we mentioned, we have tonight the beautiful Ms. Dominique Williams. And, she is on a mission to help excellent individuals realize their full potential. And, we always start off on the conversation, with the check-in. And I mean, you were saying just before we started that you were actually our first guest in 2020. And here you are, our first guest in 2021.
Yes, our little tradition.
You know what I'm saying? It so happens. So I want some feedback from you as in how has COVID, that situation been since then, which was in August 2020, and we're now in March. How has it been for you as a person, and of course for your business?
Wow.
All right, and we have it very clear right there, ladies and gentlemen.
I think, if I'm being honest, as an entrepreneur, I just not only now started to feel the effects of COVID. Because I think last time that I was here, I would have told you that, I enjoyed the lockdown. I feel like I got a lot done, launched a whole business, everything was going, and now I feel like, and I don't think it's just me. I think if you are a person that truly plans and you can check back, where things started to, where you will have had to start to make adjustments, I think everybody would realize that they are now starting to feel the effects of the things that they would have gone through about 10 months ago. Right? So you would have had people who would have had to dip into their savings and dip into their reserves to survive and those sort of things. And you would have been fine then because that's what the reserve was there for. But now that you're kind of trying to get back to normal and you no longer have that reserve and you have to try to make things work with what you're dealt now, I think everybody can agree that they are now starting to feel the effects of the 2020 lockdown.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
but
sure. Go ahead.
I embrace it still, and all that it brings, because every challenge teaches you something.
True.
That's what you're supposed to say, right?
but no, keep it real, that is why we're here.
No, it's the truth. Every challenge really does teach you something.
Yeah.
Some days you just don't want to do. That's the reality. Some days you're just like, all right, I can do without this today.
I can just give my break now, please.
Yeah. Like today, I don't feel like learning anything. I just take it easy.
Yeah.
Sure, and I mean, we literally touched on last week. We spoke about the dark side of entrepreneurship and the things people don't mention or don't talk about. And this is exactly one of those things. There's just some days you're like, look, I'm not here for it. And
today was that day for me. Today, like, no matter what I did, I could not concentrate. I got absolutely nothing done today. Did I say that now? I got this.
Yeah, for a plan, ladies and gentlemen. But I love this. I love this because that is the very human side of this.
Yes, totally agree with that.
Some days we don't feel like getting dressed and showing up.
No, I got dressed and I showed up and I still got nothing done.
But I mean, it is not always that glamorous or having that energy level to do certain things as much as we try, and that is just the truth.
Yep.
It is what it is. I mean, mentioned that they people have less happen to their savings. We know that regardless of how much savings you have, it disappears when you don't have consistent cash flow coming in. So it doesn't matter how much you could have been saving for 8 months, 9 months, a year. when you don't have that consistent cash flow, that evaporates
Yep.
quicker than an ice cream on a Sunday. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's just how it is. That is how it is. So I appreciate you sharing that truth tonight.
True.
Because a lot of people will just say, well, I've been fine.
I'm happy, everything good, you know.
Yeah, everything all right, but
I
no.
can't tell a lie.
That's good.
I mean, I could, but then what would that
Yeah.
anybody? Like, what would that profit me? What would that profit the viewers?
Correct.
That makes no
Correct.
sense.
So let's segue from that into the fact that what you do is trying to help SMEs and individuals. Coming out of 2020, people would have been doing the adjustments and trying to rev themselves up to get things done. As we start in 2021, what have we seen in regards to the clients that would have been coming to you from 2020 and the new ones that would have come on board with 2021?
Okay, so what I have noticed is that people are a lot more eager now to be proactive. However, they no longer have the financial freedom to be proactive. So there is the flip side. So before, you had the resources, you had everything at your disposal, and you didn't feel like you needed it because, hey, money flowing. Now everybody realize I kind of need help. There are things that I could have done better. There are things that but at the same time they don't have that like you said influx of cash flow that they would need to put certain things in place. So for me and for us, the adjustment is now making things even more affordable,
Right.
but still keeping the same level of value. So, like for instance, right now we are developing a somewhat compact version of the Priority Manager
Right.
that can be sold for almost half the price. But we're still keeping all of that value and even putting even more value into it. So we're adjusting as we realize that people are adjusting, and I think that the whole idea here is just to keep, as an entrepreneur, you have to be adaptable.
Right.
There is no buts or maybes about it.
But is okay, I'm going to rewrite. Is that fair to you? People that procrastinated and then pulled the trigger and doing stuff last year, no, you don't have any money, I had to lower my price for you. Or lower, no, you know what I mean?
For me, I will say that it's better late than never. I prefer to come in with a client where I prefer to have them in that mental state where they know they need the help and they are more ready and willing to work alongside me rather than I feel like I'm pulling teeth.
Right.
So I would substitute because I personally think that the value that I will bring to you and the value that we'll be able to create for your business together, hopefully that will translate for you in such a way that you think to yourself, okay, I need to keep this person on and so forth. So I have made it in such a way where, okay, so we might start at this price and we will review in a quarter once your revenue has gone up. Then the price, of course, will have to go up because we'll be doing more work. Because if your revenue goes up, it means that your business is growing and now you need even more services. So I try to look at it that way. So I wouldn't say that it's unfair. I have actually embraced it.
Okay, so you're basically helping them see how they can generate more revenue to be on the client level that you want them to be.
Yeah, because I mean, you make more money you have to pay me.
Well, that's it. That's what. Well.
I think more people think like that, and the world will be a better place. Like if I accommodate you now, you'll have that customer loyalty. I prefer to have customer and client loyalty than you come because of popularity.
Yeah, but there are people that don't respect cheap, right? Or they are affordable cheap. There are people that don't respect the discounts and they don't put it in work because they don't think they'll come back and do it because it's cheaper
So,
But you know, people that spend more or you say invest more in developing themselves tend to
right.
actually do the work.
Yeah.
You find
So
out
what we do is we always, on all of our invoice and receipts, we always show you what the actual price is. And then coming down to the end, we show you the discount price and then give you your total.
Okay.
So that's our way of reminding you, okay, appreciate what you're getting.
But you do the work though.
Because I think because at this stage, I think everybody is regardless of even if though they're spending less money, they're still spending money.
Right.
And we're in a space where people are valuing their dollar a lot more.
Right.
Regardless of how much it is.
I do. Yeah, that's
Because that the opportunity costs, it could have been spent elsewhere. So they're making you worth a while the services and products, yes.
Yeah, that's right. Really, but as I said it there, I think generally people are looking at their finances more closely now more than ever because of how the trend has been going. So people really looking for that value, and as you rightfully say, once you bring value to the table, it'll sift out the wrong client from the right clients that will come into your business. And I think that is very important now more than ever for people who want to purchase and for people who are selling services right now. They need the right people. So yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, I agree. I agree there. So if we're looking at 2021, and I just think are they coming with the same problems or barriers that they're trying to get past, or
yes,
or is it new?
No, I didn't realize that these were issues before.
Wow. Yes. So that whole 2020, did they truly adjust, or is it like are you seeing the cycle continuing?
No, so what the harsh reality that a lot of people are realizing is that where it would have been easier for us to fix the problem before post 2020, you have the same problem now. It's just that it's a lot harder to fix because your markets have changed, your environment has changed, your resources have changed.
Right.
So though you have the same problem, your solution has changed drastically. So the problems don't change, it's just the solutions and the way you have to adapt to solve the problems that will change. In most cases, the problems don't change.
Alright, so as we speaking of solutions, then what do you think, or have you been noticing, are the right goals or the right things people should be doing now? Even though we're in March, we're still in this quarter. What should people be doing to the goals setting that they can have?
In terms of goal setting, you start, there is a saying, if you know your why, I think most people know their why, and for some reason it does not make a difference. The best advice I can give to somebody who is not using the priority management, start small. And when I say start small, your small wins tend to add up. Stop thinking it is just enough to make a to-do list. To-do lists don't help. Because to-do lists without a plan or due dates or anything of the sort of how you plan to get through this to-do list, when you plan to get through this to-do list. I actually found a book of to-do lists that I used to do way back when. And there are still things on those to-do lists I have never been.
Okay.
You see, that's funny book, so that was a long time.
There are things on the to-do list that have never been done, and I'm like, why did I think that to-do lists work?
That's what people sell though. You don't want having a to-do list like on a Sunday, you share your prepared to-do list for the week to come or the day.
Prepare your plan. But a to-do list is not a plan. A to-do list is just a list of things that you have to do. Right. But it doesn't say, okay, what is top priority, what needs to get done first, second, third, doing this will help me get to this. A to-do list without a plan or a timeline or anything to back it up is just a list.
Yeah. True. Got a grocery list.
I mean, how much time have you gone to the grocery with a list and pick up all kind of thing outside of the list? Yeah, how much time have you done that? I know there's a reason for that, I'm going to get into that.
I don't know about that. I tend to just go get and leave. That is a
part of the minority.
I just say problem that is International Women's Day yesterday. So I am going there.
No, if I don't have a set menu plan and I am simply going to the grocery to pick up things that are missing in the house, I don't pick up the things that are missing in the house. I have a bunch of other things that I don't need. But because they strategically placed them on the shelves. And I went to the grocery without a plan.
Yeah. But you mentioned at the start there that people know your why. No, I believe your why tends to change over time.
Exactly. And this is why I think that knowing your why, people are going to disagree with me for saying this, but knowing your why is a little fickle. You have to be able to examine your why every so often. And your why needs to vary based on your goals. Which is why we have adopted the 90-day rule. Because your why needs to motivate you in that moment. Sometimes if your goal is this extravagant big goal for like 5 years down the road, your why may not help at this particular moment. Which is why if you set your goals periodically and attainably within that 90-day space, and then you have a why for every 90 days, it tends to keep you a little bit, it tends to light the fire a little, I guess.
Tends to fuel you. Most people why to me, no, I'm not going to say it's not grounded. It's just that, as you said, at different times, you're a different you. Why you would have had in your 20s, you're not going to be the same one in your 30s.
True.
You have more responsibilities, you have bills. You know, there's a lot of different things that have changed. You are now a different person in your thinking, hopefully, and your mindset and stuff, over that period. So, yes, it's good to have a why, and you always say, go remember your why, and remember why you began, and all that. And I think
daily wise. I honestly think you need to have daily wise. Because, so for example, today, where I got nothing done, I know that I had a bunch of things that I needed to do. However, I did not have a why today. I had a plan, kind of, sort of, but there was no why today. And none of my major whys was enough to motivate me for today. So I have a son that I need to take care of. Yes, that is all well and fine. But that doesn't mean that I don't need to rest. I want to be able to buy myself, okay, if I take a break today, how is that going to make a difference? I had no why for today. Whereas yesterday I would have said to myself, all right, cool, I am doing this because this needs to get done. I don't want to share too much. Today, I have to do these things so that tomorrow or day after tomorrow, by the end of the week, this could get done. So my whys are very, very compact. So my whys are either step by day or step by week.
Okay. And I think sometimes what people look at as well too is where to start to get murky with people is with respect to the why versus their result of what it is that they want. And it's sometimes a difference between the two. And if a person thinks that their why is a result, you realize that it's just surface level in terms of what it is that they need to be able to complete. And it's not something that's a foundation to hold on to that will carry you through the long haul, and in spite of the setbacks that you have, will get you through wherever you need to go. I'm not trying to sound like a fortune cookie, but I mean, if a person don't really connect with the results, that knowing the difference between the two is really going to be vital for a person moving forward.
Goal setting is serious business.
It is.
Goal setting and achieving, not just goal setting, because I think there are a lot of people that are amazing at setting goals. But actually achieving and attaining them is a whole other ballgame. So that's why we got a big hierarchy.
Second goals don't make it plans because people plan vacations very well. They plan whether they make a trip to the mall, trip to the beach. that is, that some people say, well, I want to go, but that's two different things. So,
no, you see,
that or the goal setting or planning.
People have a different idea as to what goal setting really is. To set a goal means to make a plan to achieve something. Right. Goal setting is not just it's not. I think people confuse goal setting and having a vision.
Right.
Having a vision is one thing. Actually, setting a goal to attain that vision is something else. Because when you start to set goals, you're actually going into the planning process. Right. So setting goals is serious business. Setting goals is not just, all right, I want this, this, and this, and you write it down. You will set those goals. you decide that this is what I want, but you haven't actually set the goal. You've not said, okay, I want this, this, and this by this time. This is the exact color. This is the type that I want. This is how I'm going to get it. These are the things that I'm going to need to do. These are the sacrifices I'm going to need to make. These are the alliances I'm going to need to form. These are the obstacles I'm going to encounter. Goal setting is serious business.
I know we actually touched on doing creating evenings symbols, SMART goals already, and I think more than once here in the conversation. So, the listeners actually should be very, by now, we would hope they will be versed in doing at least creating SMART goals and being specific, measurable, you finish that before them. So, as we continue on that same vein, right? We're talking about doing the right goals right now for 2021, and you mentioned, knowing their why. So what are some other steps that people should be looking at doing right now?
Alright, so what I'm going to just mention, anticipating your obstacles. Right. That is, I think in this time, it's vital, because if you may not be, we are not fortune tellers, we don't know what the future holds. But to some degree, we may be able to say, based on our own skill sets, based on our own capabilities, based on our resources, these are the struggles we might encounter in trying to achieve those goals and planning ahead for them.
All right.
I think that is really important, because things are going to come up that are going to derail your plans, and you need to have what I refer to as contingencies. Contingencies for contingencies. So you need to be in that space where when something happens, you're like, okay, I anticipated that this might have happened. Probably not in this way, but I'm prepared for it.
Right, but in the case of like what happened for everybody right now, this pandemic, it definitely wasn't planned. We would have hoped a lot of people would have had emergency savings and other savings and stuff like that. The unexpected moment, does happen.
Right.
But how do you actually create contingencies on the unknown?
All right. So we are in a time now where the unexpected already happened.
Right.
It has happened. The information is out there as to what is expected to take place from now moving forward. Educate yourself, know the space that you're operating in, and know your capabilities. And that is the best advice, because we can't say, okay, you should have done this to be in a better place now. You are where you are.
Right.
Know where you are, know where you want to go, and do the research. Goal setting takes a level of research and development as well, because goal setting and planning is not solely based on the external factors, it's based a lot on the internal factors. So if you're the type of person that tends to take on personal things and you let personal problems hamper you may need to work on your mental health, your mental strength, so that you can, in the event that something hits, you know that, okay, this is what will set me back more so than anything else, right? I am not mentally prepared.
Right.
If you know that your problem is I am not financially prepared, you start to make a budget, you start to save. If you know your problem is that physically I cannot handle the long hours and the long days,
Right.
start to work out, start to diet. It's not as complicated as you make it seem. I mean, yes, okay, so the unexpected hit. But there would have been people that were, okay, nobody was perfectly prepared. But there would have been people that were somewhat prepared because they would have said to themselves, okay, in the event that I am unable to work, let's say I lose my job, and I think this is something that everybody should plan for. If I lose my job today or tomorrow, how long can my savings sustain me for? The people that would have been planning like that would have had some sort of cushion, some sort of resource. So for us to sit down and say, okay, there are things that you will not see coming, yes, but what is the effects of what happened? COVID happened. We didn't see COVID happen. We didn't see COVID happening.
Right.
But the effects of it is loss of income for a period of time. I mean, that could have happened to anybody at any point in time.
Okay.
Right.
At any point in time, you should anticipate that you could lose your income. And then what? These are the things that insurance agents talk to us about every day. If you are injured in an accident or something and you can't work and make money,
Then what?
what is your resource? I mean, and that is the simple thing that could have prepared. I'm bigging up all the insurance agents right now. Hey, having a reserve in the event that you have lost your income for a certain amount of time is important, and that simple planning could have saved a lot of people a lot of stress.
Yeah.
True.
And that have nothing to do with COVID.
It doesn't. It doesn't. But it does have something to do with something you mentioned at the beginning there. You said the unexpected happened. The info is out there. Educate yourself.
Yes.
People are not educating. Where's my camera? People are not educating themselves. All the info is there, but they're still thumbing through life. Because
so it's unfair.
You're
Quite true.
Because remember, you actually said as well, your clients that are now like, all right, I realize I need to do something. Hey, the info was there. What were you doing? Right? So, yes, I want to now help you generate more revenue, streamline your business, whatever other goals that you want to do. But if the info that is already there, available, free, Google 99, YouTube University, it is there. What do you think is stopping people from just basically accessing this information? Look, right. So I'm being devil's advocate here because it's literally that is the point. The information is there. The information is there. But guess what? I need, Miss Williams to come with a nice spoon with a nice planner book and feed me what I need.
So
They're gonna say, so where is that?
For different people, it's different things. So for some people, it's just pure laziness.
Right.
Really?
It's really just pure laziness. For other people, we can say that the information is out there. There is a whole, what's the word I'm looking for? There is a whole group or whole society, that's how you refer to them, of people that actually don't know that the information is out there. They think that their smartphones are there for social media. They actually don't know how to access the information, and that's the reality. There are some people that are ignorant to the fact that the information is out there. So there is the ignorance, and then there is the laziness, and then there is just arrogance.
Right.
I will do it when I am ready. Cool.
It have a fourth one,
Right.
It does.
It have a fourth one. You call them the John McCain. The diehard, what I mean, the diehard people is only when they're in disaster then they start getting to try to do things. It always up ahead what is happening. Yeah, it always up ahead into the what's going to happen. You see it coming. Not gonna happen to me. It's when in the firefight all of a sudden they're dodging bullets and want to dive and all these things like that.
because God got this, and I am a Christian. I am a born again, saved Christian,
And God is a Trinity.
God helps those, and I hate hearing people say God helps those who help themselves, but it is a reality.
Yeah.
God delivered a whole people out of a city of Egypt, but they had to get up and walk. He didn't just snap, and he could have snapped his fingers, and they would have ended up somewhere else. No, he had a whole sea, but they had to walk through it. They had to get up and walk.
Stop and complain in the middle of the sea now.
Make some boat. That's a walk with your boat. Yeah, but you see that to me, this is the point. Now, you would have said you would have done it yourself, but this is when you might decide that I need a break. But you also know that I have a thing called a smartphone that is literally a walking computer, right? And not just for when I stop at Mario's or KFC to get Wi-Fi to check Facebook or Instagram, right? There are people that do full work on these devices. So I think it is more than just laziness and arrogance. I think it's something that we've never nurtured people to think on their own. That critical thinking, that the matter of doing research for things. But guess what? If they want to find out the latest bacchanal, they know exactly where they're going.
What's going on with the royal family?
But when it comes to planning their life,
I still have not seen that interview yet. I really need to look at that interview.
I haven't seen that.
When it's time to planning their lives,
Yeah.
you said setting goals, looking at the obstacles that may come. That mindset of preparedness, right? We will always talk about having the mindset of lack. We also have the prosperity mindset. We understand that there is a difference.
Yeah.
We understand that there's a difference. But I'm trying to show or get to the point where how does using your product, your services help bridge that gap?
Well, in addition to giving you the know-how, which, like you said, is something that people tend not to have, which I find baffling, because so we have adapted our own methodology to things. So now we have this entire workshop called the GEM workshop, which is the goals execution methodology, which really takes you through not just setting your goals, but also executing them. And so we have developed our own methodology for things. However, we have not reinvented the wheel.
No.
We are simply tweaking it to apply to today's society and today's needs and today's individuals.
Right.
So I think that is where our product and value and services differ. We are constantly trying to bridge that gap for individuals, the gap between the knowledge and the individual. We will go out and we will get all of the information for you, and we will put it into a way that will apply specifically to your life, because that's where the one-on-one coaching and stuff comes in. Because there is a lot of, and that's the other thing too, a lot of people don't know how to use the information to apply to them rather than to just generalize it. The information is very general out there. You can listen to all the inspirational videos that you want. You will take it how it's interpreted by you based on
where you're
your experiences, based on your based on basically just your interpretation. Because I can listen to a motivational video, and you would listen to a motivational video, Chris and Alistair, you would listen to the same video, and we will all get different things out of it. Right? So it's about learning how to get what you need to get out of the content. And you can only do that by serious introspection and serious work on yourself in conjunction with that work on your goals. Working towards your goals is not, you can't separate the two. You can't say, well, okay, and people tend to do that a lot. This is my professional life and this is my personal life. But they affect each other. And if you don't understand how they affect each other, you're going to always feel like you're on this conveyor belt that is not going anywhere.
Right. So the coaching that you mentioned that you all do, is it directly specific to, like, you know, some books have there's a book and then there's the workbook to go with the book. Is it like that where you have your coaching and the product is basically to go hand in hand with that?
Right. So you can use the product, you can use the book on your own. The book is that simple. It's, well, I wouldn't, let me try to stay away from the word simple. The book is user friendly.
Okay.
All right.
If you have made the decision that, okay, I am ready to set and attain some goals, this is the book for you.
Right.
The coaching goes together with the book. So if you come to get coaching, we always recommend, of course, that you get the book because we're going to take you through. The coaching is just more personalized because we're going to actually coach you through how to deal with your own limitations.
Oh.
Things that you need to do, the areas of the book that you probably need to focus on. It's like having that buddy to call you at the end of the day and be like, okay, what did you do today? How did that go? And of course, there are different levels of coaching. So there is the full-on coach where you do that one-on-one, and then we have like group coaching, and then we have the workshops.
Okay. How are people attracted to the group coaching work? I know people tend to get sealed quick when they're in groups. What has been the attention been to you in terms of that?
Yeah.
More single, finding people coming in groups?
I think what you will learn as a coach is that there are ways to get information out of people without being intrusive. Right? So coaching is an art. Coaching is an art. I have yet to encounter somebody who I feel like, okay, I can't work with you. This is not making any sense. You are wasting your money. But I'm sure that there are people out there. Sometimes I will tell anybody, coaching is a very personal thing. So sometimes one coach may not be for you, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't seek out another coach. However, the priority manager, the actual product, that's for everybody. Like anybody can buy that and use that. The coaching aspect, my style of coaching, my partner's style of coaching, may not be suitable for everybody because we are very hands-on, to the point, and
straight no chase.
I try to find a nice way to say it. We are no nonsense people. Our motto is, performance beats all talk.
Right?
No. So perform. What did you do today? What did you achieve? What is the goal for next time? I mean, there is a certain level of, okay, this would have happened, that would have had a ripple effect. Okay, fine, we understand that, and we're going to be there for you through that. But there are points where you need to be like, okay, so it's time to get up and get.
Okay. So if you had to coach yourself today, what would you have told yourself? Because you did nothing today. What would have been that thing? Yeah.
You're on some nonsense and you need to pick up the priority manager and you need to track back and see where this nonsense starts to have this effect, because honestly, if I open my priority manager now, last week not much planning was done and I felt it today. I felt it today because I didn't plan then, everything became very overwhelming. So I would have known, okay, you need to track back, because most of the time it's something that you didn't do or something that you did previously that caused. There is always a cause and effect.
Correct.
Things don't just happen. I know people like to say, I don't understand why this happening to me, but things don't just happen.
So what is your advice to persons who want to start planning out their activities and everything? Is it that they should start on Sunday to plan for this week, or they should do the Sunday to plan for the following week and do it like that? What is your recommendation or approach for persons who starting for the first time?
Start now. There is no right time to start, and if you have the thought to start now and you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to start on Sunday, chances are something is going to happen between now and Sunday that you're not going to do anything.
Right.
Which is why the priority manager is perfect, because you can start anytime. It's not dated. The only thing is the week starts on a Sunday, but that does not mean that you can't start planning from the Wednesday, because every day is so detailed in the planning that you really don't miss out anything if you didn't start on a Sunday. Start now. If the thought has come into your mind now that, hey, I need to set some goals, I need to plan, I need to so forth, don't plan to plan.
Right.
You know, you're planning to plan, and you're planning to plan is just like, all right, I'm in the middle of the week, so I'll start Sunday, but you're not actually saying, okay, Sunday at 6 o'clock, I'm going to sit down with this book at this time. I'm going to make sure that I do so forth and so forth earlier in the day. You're not doing that level of planning, you know. All you say is yourself is okay, being in the middle of the week, I'll start Sunday. Or when the month doesn't start, I'll start next month. No.
Yeah.
And people will be thinking about doing that. Right now, you have people thinking, you know what? I'm going to start April 1st.
Yeah. I'll start after Easter.
Let the month start fresh.
I'm fasting.
Yeah, my head light.
Yeah. Correct. They'll do that.
Yeah.
So far, which side are you seeing more people coming to do the planning for, men or women?
We actually have a pretty nice balance, you know.
Really?
Yeah, we actually have a pretty nice balance. I don't think, or maybe I haven't been paying attention. No, we have a pretty nice balance.
Actually, coaching and the book, or just?
Yeah, on both sides, both men and women.
Men are coming to the coaching?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Okay, good.
That's a good trend. That's a good trend.
That is what we want to hear, because a lot of men are doing and stuff to hear you tell us.
I think it's because of the fact that within our network they have options. So I guess it's because my partner is a male and I'm a female, where we have that balance. So if you're a man and you feel like you need that male strength and perspective based on your needs, there is the option of Cornelius. And then on the female end, there is myself and our other partner, Lisa. So I think it's because of the level of options that we have there. Because most coaches they just work alone. So it's, if you're a man, you'd probably appeal more to men. If you're a woman, but because we are a team, I think that's probably why.
You mentioned, you have a good network there, and I know you all also have the My Priority Network. What is going on with that?
So the network, the website is up and fully functional. The only thing is that content-wise, I will admit that we've been so busy, and we've been thinking about what type of content, because we don't just want to put content on there for putting content's sake. Right. So content-wise, in terms of motivational and inspirational content, it's lacking a little. There is stuff there, but not as much as we would like there to be. However, the network is fully functional. You can message a friend, you can add a friend, you can have your groups, you can do meetings. It's actually very much user-friendly and interactive. What we're working on now is turning it into an app, so you can access it on your phone without having to go into your browser.
Right.
That's the goal, so that it's your go-to for like-minded individuals, rather than, because I know a lot of, and this is a problem that a lot of entrepreneurs and professionals have, where they feel like they need to take a step back from social media every so often.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. And this net, yeah, this network is meant to fill that gap, where you feel like, okay, social media is not doing much. This is a social network where you can get that type of energy and, that those types of conversations, and where you can go to be filled up without the extra. Because I'm not saying that you can't get those things on Facebook and Instagram and stuff, but there is also the distractions there. Okay. Our goal is to not have the distractions.
Yeah. All right. I like that. So what's next for the? I know you guys were looking to add some new stuff to the diary. Did you all do that?
Right. So that's what we're doing now. It's finished.
Right.
And ready to go to the printers. The only issue we're having right now is we haven't decided yet on what the cover is going to look like. But the new version is finished and ready to go to the printers, and it's going to be cheaper than the one that we have now. Yeah, it's going to be almost 50% cheaper. So it's going to be $100 and something rather than $2 something. It's going to be slightly smaller so that it's more travel friendly. It's not much smaller, but it's going to have the same amount of value. We've just restructured it in such a way that you get everything but more compact.
Okay.
And in terms of the structure of the book, do you all work with anyone, like in particular with, I don't know, some people work with psychologists or another counselor or coach to say, well, this is what people usually look for, this is what they need, or this is what you should have in place so that they'll, continue to stay on aligned with their goals? Is there anything you all work with separate, or you all develop this yourself?
So where needed and where necessary, we have sought out the advice and the input of mentors, because even though we mentor people, we also have mentors.
Of course.
We would have sought out professional advice from people in the mental health industry. We would have sought out advice from people within our own industry. So yes, there is a lot that goes into. We don't just put together a book and put it out there. We want to make sure that it's actually going to help the individuals that we intend to help.
Okay, great. And I know you're doing that revamp now. When the estimated time for that, you think? Because I know if anybody listening wants to get on board and get the book, I mean, they may want to wait for the new book. So do you have a timeline for that?
Right, so I would not advise that you wait for the new book because we have the current book selling on discount now, and it's the same thing. It's just structured slightly differently.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that you're getting less value. You wouldn't be getting less value. You'll be getting more value. But the whole idea behind it, it's not like the book is not structured for a whole year anyway.
Exactly.
So
right.
But we probably take more than 90 days to get it out there because we want to make sure it's properly well and perfect. You would have lost a whole quarter of goals that you could have been achieving because you are waiting. So the nice thing or the great thing about our products is that you don't have to wait. You can start your planning and stuff now, and when the other one comes out, you will be all ready and willing to run with it.
Excellent. And if anybody wants to reach out right now to get that, how do they get in touch with you all? Yeah.
So we are on Instagram, My Priority Network. We are on Facebook, My Priority Manager. The website doesn't currently do sales, so you can reach out to me directly. My phone number is 715-1226. I will advise that you send a WhatsApp message. It's a lot easier for me to manage because if I'm in a meeting or something, I would not take a call, but I can always respond to a message after or during the meeting. And I don't check voicemails, so don't leave a voicemail. You can send a voice note. If you call and you don't get me, don't leave a voicemail. I am being honest. If you have left a voicemail, more than likely, I will assume that it is an empty voicemail because that's usually what happens. People forget to hang up their phone, and I am there wasting time listening to an empty voicemail. If it's important, send me a voice note or send a message, or you can email us at sales@myprioritymanager.com.
Repeat that,
sales@myprioritymanager.com.
All right. I want to make sure I put that in the chat. All right, what I see. We shared the Facebook link. So So I guess anybody that wants to reach out, it'll be safer for them just to go to there and get
Yeah. For purchases of the manager itself, I will suggest that you message the Instagram or Facebook page, or you call myself directly or message me directly. If you want us to inquire about like coaching or the workshops that we have coming up and so forth, email is the way to go.
All right, so we place the email in the chat there, as well as the link to the Facebook page that you all have. So persons, if it is that you are connected, these are the information here below, as well as on Instagram, My Priority Network. You'll be able to contact them as well too. All right.
Excellent. Well, hey, it was a full hour, and I mean, I want to thank Dominique for coming through once again and sharing.
Thank you so much.
Her insights, her 2 cents. And and for being honest and being real, because this is what we want people to understand, that yes, you're a business owner, yes, I'm doing this, and yes, I even have the very same struggle that I'm helping you with. So, it is real, and I, like I say, I really appreciate that you shared that tonight, so that people can see it's not just them, they're not alone, and it happens to everyone, and you will persevere through. It may not have worked today, but it doesn't mean you can't bounce back and get everything that you need to do on track from tomorrow. And as she said, don't waste time. Start planning from now. Don't wait till next weekend. Don't wait till the end of the next new month. Don't wait the next 3 months for whenever the new planner might come out. Do it now. Get on board now.
No.
Yeah.
You would have adjusted for 2020. All right. You would have probably procrastinated a little bit as
you survived.
This year, I mean, 2020 would have taught you so much, right? So this year should be that year of implementing, the year of going after your goals, the year of making sure you plan properly, because we've learned that anything can happen right about now in this life, and you want to show up for your fullest potential.
And you want to take advantage of the opportunities that 2020 created.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? Because people are so focused on all the crap that happened that people are not seeing the opportunities that were created. There were some amazing opportunities created. Only right now the banks and them and the real estates want to give away like tickets. They're glad to give you a loan right now. They're happy to sell property at reduced rates. Take advantage of it all. Pay attention to those things.
If those that are prepared are definitely taking advantage of it, I can tell you that. There are some that don't realize or think that it may not be available or open to them, and they just need to go and ask the question. Don't let it pass. If you don't know, find out. You may be able to, team up with a friend or family member or whoever, and let's generate, wealth and well-being. All right. So, I don't think we didn't have any questions tonight in the chat. So, we're going to wrap up. Any last words? Well, I mean, I guess we just shared the last words, right? Anything on your end, Alistair?
No, nothing on my end. It's just the major things I want persons to do. Go ahead, like this video and share it to your page on Facebook. Go ahead and share it to other groups. Let persons just start spreading the word with respect to My Priority Manager and really get that out there. And for our YouTube personnel who listening, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you really like the content, subscribe to our channel today. And if you really, really, really like what we're doing, turn on that notification bell. So as soon as we have the videos, you are the first to get the notification on it and be able to flow. Alright, so just making sure that people know that one time. Alright.
For sure. Alright, people, make sure to join us again next week. We have another guest that will be joining us. And in the meantime, please stay safe on the roads and adhere to all COVID-19 regulations. Wash your hands, wear your mask. Alright, join us again next week. And we are going to say good night.
Good night. Be safe.